Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. And all this week we've been looking at Psalm 43, and of course that's what we do here on Daily Dose Radio. It's 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. This is our third time through the Psalms. We are kind of getting close to the middle now of this third trip through the Psalms. I like to say this is not the Bible bus. Dr. J. Vernon McGee had the Bible bus. This is the Psalter Segway. You're on the little Psalter with me. Get your helmet on now. And we're going to drive down the lane here and pass by all these doors. Each door is a different psalm, and we're going to go in and study it during the week. And then we get back on the Psalter Segway and go to the next door and then go in and study that one. So that's what we do here. And we are at door 43, and we're studying this psalm. And, well, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so good. But something has happened. Something has changed now. We've been looking at this psalm using the commentary of Luke 18, and we've seen the widow and the psalmist go through the same process: submission to the judge, prayer, patient endurance, and prayer answered in potential. There in verse 3, send out thy light and thy truth, let them lead me, let them bring me unto thy holy hill, to thy tabernacles. So not only is there a change in now suddenly the request, but there's a change happening within the person praying. Both the widow and the psalmist are going to find something more than what they had originally anticipated just when they asked for deliverance from the deceitful man. When the widow said, avenge me of my adversaries, she's getting something more than she anticipated because she submitted herself to the judge. Now we're going to come to verse 4 today, and let me read this verse for us. Then will I go unto the altar of God, unto God my exceeding joy. Yea, upon the harp will I praise thee, O God, my God. What happened? Something happened. Because you remember the original request was, plead my cause against an ungodly nation, deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. Just like the widow in Luke chapter 18, verse 2 and 3. She went before the judge and said, avenge me of my adversary. So what happened? Something's happened, because now we're not talking about an adversary any longer. There's been a change, and the change has happened in the heart of the person praying. Suddenly what they thought was important now is not quite as important as they thought. Suddenly now the light and the truth has led them and brought them to a place of fellowship with God that is more important than the adversity they experienced with their adversary, with the deceitful and unjust man. You see, deceitful and unjust men are going to remain in the world. They're not going away. Church, they're not going away. What you really need is not for them to go away. What you really need is a closer walk with the Lord, and that's what prayer will do. You see, this is the result. Verse 4 is the result. We had the submission to the judge, the request, the patient endurance, the potential of prayer answered there in verse 3, and now we come to this result, and I don't see the unjust man anywhere in this. He's not here. Well, what's here? The altar of God, the exceeding joy, the harp, the praise, O God, my God. Notice how many times we have the word God here. The altar of God, unto my God, O God, my God. Suddenly, the focus now is not on the unjust man. It's not on the ungodly nation. We're not upset about that anymore. What's happened? Light and truth. They've led me, and they've brought me into a place of peace, exceeding joy, and praise. And where is that place? The altar of God. He's there, and he's waiting for you there, friend, as well. Won't you join him? Why don't you pray today? Submit yourself to him. Make your request, and continually endure in that prayer. And I guarantee you, pretty soon you're going to forget about the adversary, and you're going to be all about the one you're praying to, the one you've submitted yourself to. That's the beauty of prayer. Well, join me again tomorrow, and we'll look at verse 5 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.